Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day, Monday. Man, coffee's tasting good this morning. It is nippy here in the Atlanta area. Winter has finally showed up, I think. 26 degrees was the low this morning. I just let the dogs back in a minute ago, and there was a bucket I had on the back porch there on my deck, and with all the rain we've had, it was pretty much full of water, but it's frozen up pretty good. So welcome everybody to the coffee sessions. Let's see who we got over here in the chat. Looks like we got. I'm already way behind here. Let's see. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Happy Monday. Dave Clemens. Good morning to you, sir. Javi says 44 here this morning in Florida. Yep, 31 tomorrow morning. What will we do? Yeah. Let's see here. Larry Galt's in the house this morning. How you doing, Larry? Says 30s this morning. Yeah. Earl's coldest so far, looks like. Says morning, everybody. Chilly, 14 degrees, high of 27, and snow in Ohio. Man, you can have that stuff. Don't want any part of that. Troy says, I see that some teachers are suing Delta for dropping all that fuel on the school. Well, you knew that was coming. People these days will sue somebody at the drop of a hat, whether they're really hurt or not. And from what I heard, there was nobody injured in that incident. Yeah, Delta pilot or whoever that did that was an idiot, but it's kind of one of those no harm, no foul things. But yeah, people are gonna look at it and say, well, it's a big company, Delta. We can probably get some money out of that. So Bart says, of course, they're doing it for the children, Yeah, sure they are. Mark Lindsay's in the house this morning. How you doing, Mark? Kevin Els is in the house. Good morning to you, Kevin. Steve Gronsky, 29 in Mustang this morning. A bit chilly. I hear you. Mike Reynolds in the house. How you doing, Mike? Somebody woke up the Patricks. He must be up early so he can celebrate Martin Luther King Day, is what I'm guessing. Clyde Labonte's in the house. Good morning to you, sir. Ryan Ballard. Steve in Toronto, 34 degrees, Mississippi Gulf Coast. Janet Morris over there holding things down on Facebook. I appreciate you, Janet. Keith says, not a coffee drinker, but I'll drink water and chit chat with you. Not a coffee drinker. Okay. LB Sharp says 24 degrees in Geronimo, Oklahoma. Good morning, LB. Rob Schuster, how you doing this morning, Rob? Saw your post this morning in Facebook about the I forgot what it was now. Are you putting resin on bee carves or something, I think? There's my old buddy, Ray Whitaker. How you doing, Ray? Tell you what, Ray, since you're here, let me see if I can find something real quick. The other day, we were talking. He was calling me out because he thought I didn't go to New Winchester. I'm sure he was just ragging on me a little bit. But we were talking about, let me see if I can get this up. But I told you I went to the cemetery. Ooh, this is going on crazy here. What's up with that? Oh, they don't like that for some reason. Let me try it again. Now let's try it. There we go. Yeah, there's the cemetery I went to the other day. The other day, back when I was up there. There's Keith Branson's. We talked about him. And let's see, who else was it we were talking about? Yeah, Tim Kaler is out there as well. So there you go, Ray. I did. I did go. Oh, and I guess I better show you this picture. Uh, let's see. Let me find it. Let me find it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, there you go. There's my proof that I went out to New Winchester. All right. So, good morning to you, Ray. Clyde Labonte says it's 14. Where he's at, let's see. Rob Schuster's kind of rubbing it in here. 76 here yesterday, about the same today. All right, Rob, that's about enough of that. Option Shift 8 for degree symbol on the Mac. Cool, good. There you go. Wilson Rubottom says it's 21 in Collinsville, Oklahoma. Feels like 14. 21 is plenty cold now. Ray says, I think they say 18 at home. All right. Hitch Hamilton's in the house, 64 degrees, headed down to the 40s. Yeah. Well, get your sweater out, Hitch. Oh, let's see here. Troy says 9 degrees in Sheridan, Michigan. Man, you guys live in some cold places. Rob says, I can brag about the temps here in Arizona until about May. Then I can't brag anymore. Yeah. Bob P's in the house. He says, hey, y'all. How you doing, Bob? Janet says they'll all feel better for a little money. Oh, yeah. She's talking about the people suing Delta. Mark Lindsay says, lawsuits are the reasons I don't make anything for young kids, including videos, I'm sure. Folks have asked me for high chairs, cribs, and nope. Yep, I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. I wouldn't do it either. Patrick said he's headed to work in a few. Okay. George Rothfuss in the house. Man, I can't keep up with these comments. Mike Haichu, good morning, sir. John N. Hello, Dave and everybody. Hello, John N. I'm celebrating MLK Day at Boeing. No day off for us. Yeah, Tim Kaler, you saw that. I have a bunch of them, Ray. Sometime I can show you the whole spiel because I took a ton of pictures. A lot of folks out there. I didn't realize there were that many folks out there that I knew, and I'd run down to the, my favorite place on the whole planet, right there where the old school used to be, and got to talking to some guy, and I'd just come from the. Let's see, you guys straightened me out on it the other day. I think it's Cartersburg Place, Spring Hill Cemetery, where Lee lives. And we got talking about, people that passed and stuff like that. And he says, yeah, well, the cemetery right down here. He goes, I bet you know a bunch of people down there. And he was right, because as soon as I rode down there, it was, in fact, I've got, let me see if I can go through these here. Let me close this out. Let's see here. Yeah, I've made a bunch of notes because I'm sure I'll probably forget. But this is one, Ray. This is over here at the Spring Hill Cemetery. And you notice I've got drawn an arrow here because this is This one here that says Hayes, that's Leela's mother and stepfather. And then if I can get to, let me go find the, okay, yeah, here we go. So I need to go that way. So here is a close-up of that stone. There's her stepdad and her mom. And on the back side of that same one is Leela's. And like you said, it's near the road. So I've made some notes on some of the pictures I took. So when I go back to visit in 5 years, if I'm still around, I will know how to find it. I won't have to look for it. And that's why I had so much trouble finding it the first time, is I didn't realize that it was on the backside. So, anywho, let's see here. John says we are at minus 14, but it feels like minus 22 in Ontario, Canada. Man, I guess I'm having a heat wave then if it gets up to 30 here. Bob P says 20 in Stroud, Oklahoma. Man, a bunch of you guys from Oklahoma in here. That's about the fourth one, I think. Clyde says, get that fire going, Javi. Let's see here. Charles Steed in the house over on Facebook. Says, happy MLK Day from Rome, Georgia. Same to you, Charles. My dad's senior year, they put a goat on the roof of the new Winchester schoolhouse. That sounds like a good story. Ray says, yes, Leela is right there close, right by the road. We was there, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you popped in, Ray, because I've had those pictures ready for the next time I saw you. But I've got a ton of pictures, folks that were neighbors, friends of my folks, other, parents of other, people I know that I'm friends with. I was just amazed when we drove out there, and before I ever even got out of the car, I kept going, yep, I know them, and I know them, and I know them. So a lot of good people laid to rest out there. So anyhow, yeah. So what y'all think about the you guys that are into the football thing? I was happy to see the Kansas City Chiefs win their game, because they will. It's the first time in like 50 years, I think, that they're going to a Super Bowl. So they were due. And I really like that Mahomes guy. He's fun to watch. You never know what he's going to do. But the other game, the Packers and the 49ers, that wasn't much fun to watch. I didn't care who won. I don't have any skin in the game. I don't really care. Ray says, I go up and down 75 almost daily. I didn't know that, Ray. Cool. But yeah, the Packer game really was not fun to watch. The 49ers put it on them early, and even though they come back, I think they were, it was within 14. I think it was like 34-20 or something, and you think, well, okay, they're behind a couple of touchdowns. They might have a chance, and then, nah. Wasn't even fun to watch for me. And I was kind of pulling for the Packers only because that was the very first Super Bowl. Green Bay Packers and Kansas City Chiefs. So that's the only reason I was kind of pulling for them. Like I said, I really don't care. But I do like that Mahomes guy, so I'll probably be pulling for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But you know, don't really care one way or another. The sun's still gonna come up the next day, no matter who wins. So it's just a game. John West says hello from Traverse City, Michigan. First time. Welcome, John. Welcome to the coffee sessions. I'm usually here from 9 to 9:30, drinking coffee and chatting with whoever shows up over here. So, yeah, I say Mark Lindsay says, "Yay, sports ball," and then Patrick says, "This guy, yeah, yeah." Todd HCNC says, "KC is my pick for the Super Bowl." Yeah, like I said, I don't really care, but since it's taken him 50 years to get back to the Super Bowl, I guess I'll be pulling for him. Awesome Wood Things is here. That would be Matt, All Things YouTube Haas. He's painting a blood red Gatton CNC. It's different. I think there might have been some that have had some red accent colors, but I don't know if anybody's painted one completely red. You may be alone in that one, Matt. But I think, other than, a few weird colors, the Gatton CNC probably look good in any color. Ryan Ballard says, every team I wanted to win for the last 2 weeks lost. I'm not picking a team for the Super Bowl. Yeah. I don't know. I'll even watch the Super Bowl, really. I mean, I might if that's the only thing on, but I don't know. I don't like to get political on the coffee sessions here, but don't you think it's funny that, we've had the Democratic debates and all that going on, and all of the candidates, it doesn't matter which one you're talking about, all of them, they're always talking about old rich white guys, and that, like it's a sin to be rich and have money. But I think it's interesting now that you can't even watch the dang football games without seeing commercials for Bloomberg, who was an old rich white guy, late to the game. And now just because he's got tons of money, he's going to be bombarding the airwaves with his commercials or his ads or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I saw him on both of the playoff games I watched yesterday. I saw him. I think he even had one during the college championship, if I'm not mistaken. And I've heard he's already bought spots for the Super Bowl. So, yay. Get to look forward to that. Mark says, I have yet to see a pink Gatton CNC. Well, I'm sure one may show up one day. Not in my garage, but yeah, maybe somebody's. Patrick says, good point. 50 years or so, they might as well win. Yeah, I'm going to be pulling for them. I don't know. Like I said, the 49ers are pretty tough, looks like. Let's see. John West says, love the quality of the kit, moving things around for my Gatton CNC. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're happy with the quality. Most folks are, I think. Patrick says, "Yay, political ball." yeah. You can't get away from it. You try to just sit down and relax and watch some sports, and be just a regular guy, and you can't even do that because now they got the politicians invading our space. Yeah. Yeah, Hitch says most of the DNC candidates are millionaires. Well, if they're not, they're close and will be after they get in. That's the way they all do. So, and it's not just the Democrats; the Republicans are the same way. Um, you know, it's funny, that they're always wanting somebody to show their taxes or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, you guys that have been in there 30, 40 years that went in there with nothing and come out as billionaires or millionaires, that's the ones we need to see the tax forms on. My opinion, anyway. Bloomberg's been hitting the YouTube hard too. Yeah, the dude's got all kinds of money. So, he's going to buy his way in if he can. Says he claims he's going to spend billions. Yep, that's what they've been saying. LB Sharp says poker is the closest to sports that I do. Usually not a contact sport. Usually, yeah. Patrick said I noticed a lot of commercials during the games. Yeah, that's what I mean. They know people are going to be watching those ball games. So that's, some things should just be off limits. Come on. Don't need to bring politics into football games and stuff. Yeah, it says just have somebody write a book for you and get millions from the publisher. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way they do. They get in there and they get in these different, cabinet appointments or whatever. And then, like you say, they'll get a deal with a publisher. And it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But Michael says every time he goes to a fight, a hockey game breaks out. I've heard that'll happen. John West says, by the way, I call my hobby wood shop the Good Wood. I'll probably put that on my CNC. Of course, I'll add Hatton. Well, I hope you spell it right if you put it on here because it's Gatton, not Hatton. But I get what you're trying to say. All right, let's see. Patrick says, I got to head out. Y'all make it a great day. Have a good one, Patrick. Yeah, Earl Walker says billions of our money. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing. Again, I probably shouldn't get talking about politics, but this goes for anybody. Any of them. I hate when they always say that it's that something is funded by the government. It's not funded by the government. The government gets all their money from us. It's taxpayer funded. But they don't like to say that. It's government funded. No. They only have it because they stole it from us. Don't get me started on that. I've been working on my taxes a little bit off and on here the past few days, so you don't want to get me fired up about talking about that stuff. Thinking of Danny R. Got to get housework done on my day off. Yeah, I think about him a lot, Ray. And I hate it that he's not on Facebook like he used to be, but I understand why he isn't. But a lot of fond memories with old Red. Yeah, one of the best little league catchers I've ever had. I know that. Yeah, he says government money is our money. Darn tootin' it is. David Jones from Portal Woodworks is in the house. He says, hi, Mark. Troy says they take it out of our Social Security fund. Yeah, that whole deal's getting so screwed up. I don't know. Don't even get me started on that. It's bad for my blood pressure. Now, here's a guy who's always trying to find the bright side of things. Matt Awesomewood thinks Haas says Bloomberg's ad spent on YouTube will mean more AdSense dollars for monetized YouTuber. He won't win the presidency though. Oh, so there's a guy always trying to find light at the end of the tunnel. That's why I love you, Matt. You're always so positive. And I cannot wait to see you get your bill done. I know you're a busy guy and got so it's probably going to take a while, but I'm really looking forward to to seeing your bill. Troy just put, have some chocolate pie, it will help. You know what? That's probably what I need is some more chocolate pie. I haven't had any. I've treated myself to that now. I hadn't had any of that stuff in years. And then I bought one for Thanksgiving, for my little Thanksgiving meal. And it was so good that I had it again sometime in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then around Christmas, I got another one. And by golly, I might get me another one today because I need to make up my grocery list. I know what you're thinking, Dave. You just leave such an exciting life. But yeah, I'll probably work on my grocery list today. And I really don't want to get out of the house, so I'll probably just order it and have them deliver it. Matt needs to start a new channel for a CNC build. Oh gosh, Mark, don't give him any ideas. I can see all things CNC or some silliness coming about. He's already got about 16 channels now, I think. He had to create a website just so he could keep track of them. Dave says he's got to get. Have a great day, Mr. Clemens. We will see you tomorrow morning, I suspect. Matt says, I have big plans for my CNC. I suspect you'll be very pleased with what I create. I know I will. I mean, anytime a guy that's got a YouTube channel, well, all his YouTube channels that have awesome in the name, how would I expect anything less? So yeah, I'm setting the bar pretty high for you, Matt. I really am. Janet says, pie, yeah. And I'm talking about that. I think I've been calling it wrong. I've been calling it chocolate cream pie, but I looked on the box closer the last time, and it's like a chocolate satin pie is what I've been getting. Oh, man, it's so good. I think I'm getting another one for sure. I'll order one. Rob Schuster says, back to work tomorrow, so no more coffee session for a while. Yeah, I only get Rob on holidays and when he's working from home or something like that, because he's one of those guys that's got a real job. I guess. All righty. Well, I guess, how long have I been on? Yeah, about 30 minutes. I guess it's time to sign off. Bart says, put that pie on your list. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get online and shop at my local Publix. And I'll get some pie for sure. All right. So everybody have an awesome MLK Day, or just a regular Monday day, whichever it might be for you. But get out there in your shop if you've got one. If not, just take it easy. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. If y'all ain't doing nothing tomorrow, we'll meet up here at 9:00. Bring your coffee, and until then, I'll see y'all later.